Right now, Fox 5's Crime in the City. Here's what's happening. The NYPD is looking for a man in connection with a disturbing hammer attack in a Brownsville, Brooklyn laundromat.
Police are searching for a suspect they say attacked a man with a hammer in Brooklyn. It happened last Thursday morning inside a laundromat on East 98th Street. This is in Brownsville. Investigators say the suspect tried to rob the business, but a 70-year-old worker tried to stop him. That's when police say the suspect picked up a hammer and struck the elderly man 4 times in the head. The employee was treated at the scene for lacerations to his head. If you have any information, do the right thing. Call Crime Stoppers, 1-800-577-TIPS.
An 18-year-old was killed and a 24-year-old wounded in a Sunday evening shooting in the Brookville section of Queens. The NYPD says it was called to 23108 148th Avenue around 6:15 p.m. They found Tysheen McDonald with a gunshot to the chest. EMS rushed him to Jamaica Hospital, but it was too late to save his life. The other man was shot in the leg and got himself to Jamaica Hospital. He was listed in stable condition. It was unclear if the 2 men were targeted in the attack. The New York City Police Department says that there have been no arrests. Crime in the New York City public transit system was up nearly 57% in July compared to the same period a year ago.
In July, transit crime was up nearly 57% compared to July of last year. We're now in a new month, but the problem of crime remains.
This morning, police continue to search for the shirtless suspect seen in this surveillance video, who they say stabbed a 33-year-old man in the back inside the 161st Street Yankee Stadium station around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Authorities say the victim suffered a puncture wound and was taken to Lincoln Hospital in stable condition. Had the Yankees, who were playing in St. Louis, been at home, the station would have been more crowded. The subway system has been a dangerous place to be of late. Police want to find the suspect, who they say punched a 37-year-old man while making anti-Hasidic remarks while the man was on board an E-train at the Queens Plaza subway station back on July 26th. The punch caused a laceration to the victim's lip. And 11 days earlier, on July 15th, inside the Jackson Heights Roosevelt Avenue 74th Street station, police say a 37-year-old man was walking down an escalator when he bumped into another man who then punched him multiple times before fleeing towards Broadway and 77th Street. According to NYPD statistics, this July in transit proved far more dangerous than last. Police reported 70 more transit crimes this year for a whopping 56.9% increase. The 193 transit crimes in July eclipsed the 180 the NYPD reported back in July of 2019, even though subway ridership today hovers around 60% of pre-pandemic levels.
Police say they're treating that July 26th assault against the Hasidic man as a hate crime. So far, no arrests in any of these 3 incidents.
The NYPD is searching for 5 suspects who allegedly attacked a man with frying pans in Manhattan.
It happened at around 2 in the morning on Thursday, July 21st, near Ludlow and Rivington Streets on the Lower East Side. Police say the 34-year-old victim was arguing with someone when those suspects came up and began hitting him with what appeared to be cooking pans. They made off with cash, credit cards, and documents. The victim, though, was taken to the hospital in stable condition.
The NYPD arrested a man who allegedly attacked 3 girls in Manhattan in unprovoked attacks.
This happened last night near Washington and West 11th Street. Officers say Rodney Perry shoved an 11-year-old and 12-year-old girl and then punched another 12-year-old in the face, completely unprovoked. Perry's facing multiple charges, including assault.
In an FBI affidavit filed in federal court, federal authorities claim Fetty Wap threatened to kill a person while on a FaceTime video call in 2021.
Willie Jr. Maxwell II, better known in the rap world as Fetty Wap, faced a judge today. He was arrested this morning in New Jersey, came here to Central Islip outside of federal court, and the government says the evidence is strong. Take a look at this picture. You could see prosecutors saying it was an incident that stems from December when Wap allegedly held a gun up to the phone during a FaceTime call with another person, threatening multiple times to kill them. The prosecutor argued the rapper violated violated his bail terms. Back in November, Fetty Wap was released on $500,000 bond after originally being arrested for conspiring to sell and possess deadly opioids, including heroin and fentanyl, throughout Long Island and New Jersey. However, his attorney tells us she's disappointed, and from the video, there's no way of knowing Wap was holding a gun. No one searched his home, and he was being manipulated by the person on the other end, who was clearly looking for a rise by calling Wap a, quote, rat, and talking about his young daughter who passed away. And now, after a heated back and forth between the prosecutor and Wap's attorney, the judge ruled that Wap was a clear danger to the community and actually revoked his bond. On the top count, he faces a minimum of 10 years in jail and a max of life, in prison if convicted. He's due back in court later on this month.
And finally, several armed men stormed a Bronx jewelry store and robbed it at gunpoint on Wednesday.
It happened on East Fordham Road in the Fordham Heights section yesterday evening. Shattered glass pieces were seen all over the shop. Investigators say several people who were inside the store at the time of the robbery were sprayed with bear spray. EMS started treating them on the scene there. Police say the armed suspects made off with an unknown amount of jewelry.
That's this week's Crime in the City.